today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 20 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action now, Winston. He's got a man, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Good job.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Now Cook running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run the counter with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Winston. Open here, Adam Thielen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd down and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Winston. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Winston. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards. There, a big one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. On play action, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw on second and 10. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The Colts had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And this throw will be intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They start the drive with Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip.
Inside the 5-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. First down, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Winston now to throw on first down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Winston now. Flushed out right. And Winston lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
To the days of just getting a fumble recovery. Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Colts.
Alec Pierce.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Jameis now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Winston.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moment. Number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Curtis Samuel, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. From there, we head up to Wisconsin. Check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they lead the visiting Chicago Bears at the half. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it go again. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great... A first down throw for Winston. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Colts on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level.
This game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Colts, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Montgomery on the counter. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Able to slither by. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the skip.
Touchdown! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And
the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the here this afternoon.
now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the drive there, they went 80 yards.
To throw is Fields. Completion here to Claypool.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now Fields.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Spins away, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run with Montgomery, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return. Sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh. Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Colts at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And let's remember the last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see because this is still one possession.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point attempt to follow here. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin in the AFC South in Nashville. Tennessee hosting Jacksonville. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Derrick Henry with a touchdown run. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. DeAndre Hopkins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be he stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's got Pierce.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Fields. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here's Fields.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team. That just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
He's going to try and do this himself.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colts.
Alec Pierce
from 17 yards out.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Fields now to throw.
Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
11 yards for number 11 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after. To the sack. Looking to throw. Fields. Right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And I don't know that. That fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw here. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. On 1st down, it's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Looking to throw. Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun. Fields.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, we would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
182 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.